So for this week, we're going to discuss mathematical preliminaries. So ito yung week 3 ng engineering data analysis. Wherein tapos na tayo dun sa introduction ng data analytics. So here, so babalikan lang natin yung iba't ibang introduction to sets, ganon. So kung natatandaan nyo yon, so yun yung mga ginagamit sa discrete math, no? Sa discrete mathematics sa subject, wherein meron din talaga yung old curriculum nun. So yung engineering data analysis kasi is the composition ng probability, stats, and discrete math, and paano yon nagiging applicable in data, no? Kasi data right now is exponentially expanding, no? So with respect to time, nag-i-increase siya. So we need to have manipulation over that. So marunong dapat tayo mag-manipulate nun. And in order for us to do that is marami tayong medium to use. So one of which is yung paggamit natin ng machine learning or artificial intelligence. So here, so this will be just a review of your sets and relations. So we have here the definition of set. So set is a collection of objects referred to as elements. The elements making up a set are assumed to be distinct. So we all know na yung set natin is kung ano man yung ilagay natin sa loob nun is yung tinatawag natin na element. So if we ever write something down that includes sa isang set, no? Dapat siya ay distinct. Hindi siya pwede mag-repeat. Okay? So pag nalagay mo na siya na isang beses, hindi mo na siya pwedeng ilagay ulit. Unless otherwise that it is another set, no? Kunwari si set A at si set B. No, pwede mo maulit ang isang number kung magkaibang set. Pero kung si set A, hindi mo na pwedeng ulitin si number, let's say number 3. No? Bawal mo na siyang ulitin. So empty set or null set or void set. So empty, null, or void is pareha-parehas lang yan. So these are the sets na walang elements and denoted by yung ating brackets na walang laman sa loob. No? Then equal sets, sets having identical elements. So let's say set A and set B, no? So parehas sila ng laman, let's say 1, 2, and 3. So and yun ang tinatawag natin na equal set. Pag sinabi naman nating disjoint set, these are sets having no common elements, no? So let's say ang si set A natin is si 1, 2, 3, si set B is 4, 5, 6. So wala silang common element. Then next is Cartesian product of two sets. So ang gagawin natin when we say Cartesian product is this is a set of all the ordered pair of sets x and y wherein yung x natin is can be equal to, hindi pala can be, no? So example natin would be 1 and 2. So may dalawa tayong elements for set x. So set y naman is meron tayong a and b. So ngayon, so si Cartesian product, so imumultiply natin si x by y. So ngayon, ang gagawin natin is imumultiply, pagsasamahin natin sa isang set muna, no, yung first element then ng set x at first element ng set y, no? Then first element ng set x sa second element ng set y. Then ganun din sa set x na second element which is 2, then first element ng y, then second element ng x, then second element ng y. Kaya nagkaroon ka dyan ng 1a, then 1b, then 2a, then 2b. So do not forget to write no yung mga commas nyo to specify that na siya ay individually arranged, no? So binary relation. So relation by definition is the elements of the first set that relates to the elements of the second set. So as the word itself, no, relation, merong relation yung dalawa. So a binary relation R is a subset of the Cartesian product of two sets. So diniscuss na natin kanina yung Cartesian product. So si domain natin and range have always been introduced since high school. So si domain natin is the set of all values in the first set, while the range natin are the set of all values in the second set or yung y natin. So, may example dito, we have x, which is, ang elements niya is tatlo. We have 2, 3, and 4. Then yung y natin, may 5 elements siya. Meron siyang 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then, ang ating condition, no? So meron tayong situational condition here, wherein ang set including x, y is an element of R if x divides y. Okay, so ang condition daw is if x divides y. So dapat yung x natin mag-divide si y. Lahat yan pwede mong i-divide, no? Kahit yan si 2 at si 7. Pero hindi ka makakatanggap ng whole number. So ngayon, ang kukunin natin is yung x na pwedeng i-divide kay y, no, na makakatanggap ka ng whole number. Okay, so we have here, ano ba yung mga numbers na yon? So we have here 2 and 4, 2 and 6, 3 and 3, 3 and 6, and 4 and 4. Okay, so yan yung makukuha nyo sa binary relation niya. So yan yung sets na yon. Then yung domain natin would be 2, 3, 4, and yung atin namang range is 3, 4, 6. Paano po yun? So yung domain natin is lahat ng x value, no? So ano ba yung mga x value natin? So we have 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. So as I've said earlier, unique dapat or distinct ang ating set. Ibig sabihin hindi na uulit. Therefore siya ay 2, 3, and 4. While yung range natin is yung y value, which is 4, 6, 3, 6, 4. So may nauulit tayo doon. So hindi na dapat siya maulit. So dapat siya ay 3, 4, 6. So that is your domain and your range. So sequence. Sequence is a special type of function in which the domain is a set of consecutive integers. A string over x where x is a finite set is a finite sequence of elements from x, wherein there's an example there that x is equal to a, b, c, then the string may be b, a, c, or a, c, a, b. Order is taken into account. So that is a simple instruction or example. How would you understand string over x? Repetitions in a string can be specified by superscripts. For example, the string DDAAAC may be written as D, then we have 2A, then we have 3C. Ngayon, so paano po yun? So si B mo, caret 2, ibig sabihin magiging B squared, then yung A mo is A cubed C, magiging B squared A cubed C. No? So si caret mo is yun yung symbol for exponent. No? So i-erase mo siya into 2. So you have B squared A cubed C. Then null string, string with no elements indicated by the gamma sign, no? So yun yung gamma natin. So x raised to or the caret sign natin, then meron tayong we have here the parang multiplication sign, no? Pero yan ay asterisk talaga. So denote the t set of strings over x including the null string. While pag siya naman ay nakakaret into a plus sign, so that is a denote the set of all non-null strings over x. Then the length of a string alpha is denoted by the absolute value of alpha, which refers to the number of elements. So we have here, if alpha is AABAB, then beta is equal to A cubed B to the fourth A raised to 32. So mangyayari dyan is ang element ni alpha, absolute value ng element ni alpha is equal to 5, while yung beta natin, so kung bibilangin natin yung kung ilang beses siya ni-raise, we have 32 plus 4 plus 3. So yun ay 39. So alpha, absolute value ni alpha is 5 and absolute value ni beta is 39. Then the string consisting of alpha followed by beta, written alpha beta, is called their concatenation. Di ba? Ang hirap bigkasin. So a string beta is a string substring of a string alpha if there are strings that are kalimutan ko itong Greek letters na to. Itong Greek letters ng delta, so with alpha multiplied to gamma beta delta, no? So those are uh, the conditions that you need to follow whenever there is a string. Next is vector algebra. So vector algebra, so this it is a composition of a matrix, no? So yung matrix natin is a rectangular array of data represented by capital letters. So these are represented by capital letter, but most likely they are composed of numbers. So if A is a matrix of the number of m rows and n columns determines the size written as m by n or mxn. Ibig sabihin, m multiplied to n is either enclosed by parentheses or bracket. So, yung m natin is yung number ng rows mo while the n is yung number ng columns. Let's say that you have a 3 column and 3 rows. Ibig sabihin, you have a 3 by 3 matrix. Ibig sabihin, may tatlong elements ka. Tatlong elements ka daw kada row, so tatlong elements yon, then tatlong row, then tatlong column. Ibig sabihin, may 9 elements ka doon sa matrix na yon. So operation on matrices, we have here addition and subtraction of matrices. It can only be made possible if the matrices are of the same size. Let's say that's a 2 by 2, no? The applicable lang na pwede mo siyang gawa ng operation is also a 2 by 2. Then addition and subtraction is done by adding and subtracting corresponding entries. Ibig sabihin, yung element na to, let's say si aij, no? So yung number, yung term na yon, yung element na yon is may corresponding yon na configuration. Yun yung gagawan mo ng addition or subtraction, no? Hindi ka pwedeng mamili ng number lang doon sa matrix or ng element lang. Then next is scalar multiplication obtained by multiplying a fixed number to each entry. So scalar multiplication naman is also done then to proceed with the operation on matrices, wherein sana magkaroon tayo na examples in the near future para mas magkaroon kayo ng grasp sa scalar multiplication or on vector analysis. Inverse and transpose of matrices. So, transpose of a matrix if the entries in the rows and columns are interchanged. So, pagpapalitin mo yung pwesto ng ating rows and columns. So, ang gagamitin nating symbol doon is a raised to t. So, a tapos superscript na t. So, matrix raised to an exponent p. So, m raised to p is equal to the matrix product taken p times. Ibig sabihin, kung ano man yung exponent na yon, yun yung itataas natin or i-raise natin yung matrix product niya. Inverse of a matrix, it exists if and only if the matrix is invertible such as AD dash BC is not equal to 0. Okay, so yun yung inverse of a matrix. So, basta siya ay hindi invertible, hindi mo mababaliktad. Okay, so I think that's the end of week 3 about matrices. Okay.